Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Lauren. Thanks for stopping by my page. Today, I'm going to be looking at the WonderFold W2 stroller wagon. Now, WonderFold does have 8 different kinds of stroller wagons or wagons available for purchase. However, one of the main questions always is, well, what are the different features? What makes one better than the other? So I thought I would go ahead and do a quick rundown of the features and everything you need to know about the W2 model. All right, let's go. All right, everyone wants to know about the size of the wagon. So let's take a quick look of the dimensions of this wagon, folded, unfolded, and just all the different aspects of the wagon itself, just for reference. Okay, when it comes to the weight of the wagon, the weight of this wagon with the seats installed is 40 pounds. Very comparable to all the other top selling double strollers that are currently on the market. What sets it apart is it has a 200-pound weight limit. 200 pounds. Yeah, that's insane. So it's wonderful if you have multiple kids. You can utilize this wagon for years. Now, the 2 seats that come with this wagon do have a weight limit of 33 pounds each. So if you have kids that are under 6 months of age or over 33 pounds, it is recommended you do not use the seats. Just go ahead and put those kiddos in the base of the carriage, the base of the wagon itself, to keep them the safest. Okay, let's talk features of the W2 wagon. So first and foremost, what I think is the game-changing aspect of these wagons are these seats that come with the wagons. Since it is a 2-seater wagon, you get 2 fully removable seats. They do hold up to 33 pounds for each seat. They are a high back seat, which allows for more neck room and a more comfortable ride for your riders. They also have their own, each one has their own 5-point harness, which is fully adjustable, even convertible to a 3-point harness if your kids are like mine and they don't like being fully confined, but you still need to keep them secured in the wagon, if you know what I'm saying. So you've got that 3-point as an option. Also, they are fully removable. So what's great about it is they just clip on to the top of the frame of the wagon, which actually means that they're sitting up higher in the wagon so they can see out around them more. They can interact with the family more. They can interact with each other more, which just makes for a more enjoyable ride. Instead of with a lot of the stroller wagons, they're kind of dipped down into the frame itself, so they're more kind of just at like eye level where they can see out, whereas in these seats, if they're utilizing the seats, they can use the frame as an armrest essentially and have all this space to interact with their surroundings, and I have found that kids really like that. Also, since it is a deep carriage, which I'll get to in a second, each seat, each kiddo is going to have their own footwell. So it's going to allow them for their own leg room and foot room. So, like for example, my kids, when we didn't have a wagon with seats, they were always fighting for space in the wagon, where to put their legs, and it was kind of awkward. Well, with the seats, they can just sit comfortably, have their own space for their legs, and they're not kicking or fighting or screaming with each other, which that's a big deal when you're out in public. Also, with these seats, WonderFold does recommend that you keep them in that face-to-face position because the backs of each seat does have a buckle that clips right on to the frame of the wagon as well to keep them secure. However, if you're like me and you need additional options, or say you have kids of different ages or just a different configuration works for your family, go ahead and use it with these seats since they are fully removable and just clip on the frame. Position them in whichever way you want, whether you want to keep it in that face-to-face position or face them away from each other. If you want to put them both face you tandem style, facing away from you tandem style, use one seat towards you or away from you, however you want to do it, you have the option to do so. So it just makes the wagon itself way more functional and more versatile. Also with those seats, I'll get into the storage a little bit more, but keep in mind, Since they're raised up, you're gonna have storage underneath the seats where you can throw jackets, backpacks, toys, food, groceries, medical supplies, whatever you have. If you wanna keep it with you, but keep it tucked away and safe, you can throw it under the seats without worrying about getting in the way of your kids, which is a really big deal. Going back to the feature of the carriage. Now, it is a really deep carriage and it's a great thing, but you don't have to worry about it being too deep because the sides feature a really nice, thick, durable mesh material. So if you want to essentially use it like a mini crib or a pack and play on wheels, you can, because say you don't have a kiddo, say you have an infant who can't utilize the seats yet, that's no problem. Say you have an infant and a toddler, put your toddler in one seat facing away from you, so you don't have to worry about them kicking the baby, but you can put the baby in the bottom of the wagon. Since you have the breathability of those mesh sides, they can lounge, they can nap, and you can utilize it. You can even use it for travel, just as a pack and play. Use it as a crib if you're traveling at a hotel room. It can be your stroller and your mini crib for the baby to sleep in. Another versatile option. Also with that carriage, if you're gonna notice on the front of the wagon, there is a door. It features a full zipper door. This way, your kids can get in and out of the wagon, no problem. You're not having to worry about freeing up your arms and putting them in the wagon. Just let them come in and out on their own. Now, the thing to mention is, WonderFold has thought of, the zipper is only accessible from the outside of the wagon, so you do not have to worry about little Houdinis escaping on you if you're in the middle of the mall or something. They cannot access it. They cannot open the door unless they are on the outside of the wagon. Really smart. When it comes to the handlebar, the W2 does feature an adjustable handlebar. To adjust it, you're just gonna click in the two buttons on either side of the handlebar and rotate it up or down to whatever angle you need based on what's comfortable for you as you're driving the wagon or how tall or short you are. So for me, my husband's taller, he likes it higher. For me, I'm barely 5 foot, I like it shorter. Being able to adjust it to easily for each of us is a wonderful benefit to have. When it comes to storage, you will notice on either of the long sides of the wagon, you have two little storage pockets to throw odds and ends things in. On the front of the wagon, on that zipper door, you're gonna have a little Velcro pocket. That's where I'll throw like diapers and wipes, things I need to have with us, but I don't need accessible like right to me on the driver's side of the wagon. On the driver's side of the wagon, you do have a full open pocket that spans the entire width of the wagon where you can throw whatever you need readily accessible to you when you are with your stroller. So like for me, I'll throw my diaper bag in it, water bottles, snacks for the kids. If I'm out shopping and we're running a couple quick errands, I'll just use it to throw whatever couple items that I'm buying. It's a great catch-all to use for whatever you need it for. And also just to re-mention the storage underneath the seats if you are using the seats. So tons of storage within the wagon, and personally, I think it's a great feature of this wagon. Now, when it comes to the canopy, very simplistic design with this canopy. It literally just features two C-shaped metal poles and a fabric in the middle of those two poles. Now, there are little pockets on the driver's side of your wagon that it literally just, it resides in all the time, and you just use it when you need it. It does not get in the way of utilizing or using your wagon, which is great. So all you're gonna do is you're gonna take out those metal poles and you're going to literally just secure them in the holes on the top of the frame itself. Now, the fabric is UV protected. So what's great about it is not only is it UV protected, it is slidable. So you can just literally take it and slide it in whichever angle or direction the sun is beating on your kiddos and keep them protected from the sun, keep them in the shade, keep them cooler. It's really a great option. Another thing to point out is the brake system. One of my favorite things of this wagon, honestly, and a lot of people don't really think about. It is a very easy one-step brake system. You literally, all it is, it's a very nice prominent brake, foot brake on the back of the wagon on the driver's side. It's a nice big plastic piece that you just push on to engage it, and you flip up with your foot to disengage it. Now, I want to point out that it's very robust. You will hear an audible when you click it into place, when you engage it, that you know your wagon is not going anywhere on you. I have never had a problem with it disengaging on its own when my kids are wibbling and wobbling in the wagon. If you lock it, it stays put. And then just to disengage it, you just pop it up and then you're good to go. So overall, some really great features when you're looking at this wagon. When it comes to folding and unfolding this wagon, it's a WonderFold, so it's really easy to do. So I'll put up a couple of quick videos here showing you how to fold and unfold the wagon. Really, all you're gonna do, it's the same thing backwards and forwards. You're just gonna locate the little pull lever right on the side of the wagon. You're going to just kind of pull it off of the frame, pull up the sides of the frame, you'll feel them kind of collapse in place, and then you'll locate the secure strap on the bottom of the side of the frame, lock it in place, and you're good to go. That's really all it is. I actually like that latch is on the bottom of the wagon, because if you're trying to stow it in the back of your car folded, you don't have to worry about it kind of like unaccordioning on you. You don't have to worry about making sure you really get the whole thing in there. It's on the bottom, so you can kind of keep the top of the wagon, in place when you throw it in the back of your car, and I've never had an issue with it. Also, that kind of being said, it's very easy to maneuver, whether or not you're using the wagon, you're collapsing it. It's a really good size. It's a very manageable size. So it fits in most vehicles, most SUVs, minivans, what have you, whatever you're driving, it should fit within. Just reference those dimensions that I showed at the beginning of the video if you want to make sure. But like I said, I'm 5 feet, I'm little, and I have absolutely no problem picking it up, collapsing it, unfolding it, getting my kids in it, maneuvering it through really any terrain, any arena. If we're at a store with really narrow aisles, I don't tend to have a problem with it. I actually find it very easy to steer. I can even steer it one-handed with both of my girls in it. I absolutely love it for those reasons. So just a quick point to make, as we're also talking about the folding and unfolding of the wagon, the steer and maneuverability is top notch. Actually, my favorite of all of the WonderFold models that I have tried is the W2 when it comes to steering. But like I said, folding and unfolding, it's a really simple design. It's really easy to do, and it stays secure, and I think honestly, you'll absolutely love it if you try it yourself. So if you guys have any questions, any comments, please feel free to leave them below. I will get back to you. And hopefully this is a really good detailed quick look at the WonderFold W2 wagon. I will actually go ahead and drop a little promo code down below as well if you think that you'd like to pick one of these up for your family. It can save you a little bit of money. Otherwise, thank you guys for stopping by. I really appreciate it. Please make sure that you like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to my channel for all things stroller wagons, mom hacks, accessories, good finds, all the things, all the time. Thanks so much for stopping by. I'm Lauren. We'll see you next time.